CTV News at 5 with Hudson Mack.
A frightening scene played out in Saanich this morning. A car sheared off a power pole, then slammed head-on into a tree, sending live wires crashing down onto the road. Police say the car veered off the road at about 8:30 and snapped the power pole off right at its base. This was in the 4400 block of Wilkinson Road. Hydro crews got to the scene as quickly as they could. Police shut down traffic so that the crews could get those lines out of the way and a tow truck could haul away the wreckage. Police say the driver of the vehicle was a 70-year-old woman who may have fallen asleep at the wheel.
Information from the driver once we spoke to her was that she may have drifted off to sleep, went off-road right into a telephone pole that was on the side of the road here, shearing the telephone pole in half. She's been transported to the hospital with chest injuries as well as a possible fractured hip.
It was fortunate for the driver, though, that the vehicle is a newer model with multiple airbags. Police say the airbags likely saved the senior's life. The road was reopened about an hour later. No charges have been laid yet in the case. And a husband and wife are recovering tonight after the pair was thrown from their motorcycle in the McTavish roundabout. Witnesses say the motorcycle began fishtailing as it approached the roundabout and then spun out of control, tossing the couple through the air. Sydney's assistant fire chief witnessed the crash and says it looks as though the driver was not familiar with the traffic pattern.
As we were approaching the intersection, the motorcycle braked. I think he was unfamiliar with the area when he started to brake. The bike started to fishtail. When it stopped fishtailing, they had both come off the side of the bike. Female passenger was unconscious when I arrived on the scene to check on her. She was breathing. The male passenger was complaining of a sore shoulder.
The motorcyclist's wife was taken to the hospital with undetermined injuries. And if you're driving in the area of Souk Road and Connie Road at this hour, there has been a serious crash there in the last half hour or so that's tying up traffic. Firefighters and paramedics are at the scene. Reports a car has flipped onto its roof with two passengers, a man and woman, trapped inside, both said to be unconscious. Crews are attempting to extricate them. We have a crew at the scene. We'll bring you more on that as it becomes available. Well, the BC Coroner's Service says the body that was found floating off Oak Bay over the long weekend does belong to a missing canoeist. The Coroner's Service confirms that the body is that of 19-year-old Iman Bolgani of Victoria. A kayaker spotted the body floating near Todd Island, where the canoeist was last seen. Police say Bolgani and a friend were canoeing off 10 Mile Point in July when a large wave capsized their canoe. The friend was rescued, but Bolgani could not be found in time. RCMP and Nanaimo are looking for your help as they try to find a 20-year-old man who's wanted on a mental health warrant. Corey Crucial left Nanaimo Regional General Hospital without permission Monday evening. He requires medication, and police say he could be in distress. His mother says he may become paranoid and confrontational. He will respond to the first name Jack or Corey, and if you see him, you are asked to contact 911 immediately. The IHN virus has been confirmed at a salmon farm on the island's west coast, and the company that runs it has received an order to depopulate the site. The Miller Channel farm is owned by Mainstream Canada, located near Tofino. The virus was detected at that site last week. The company says all fish will be removed from the farm and sent to a rendering facility. In May, the virus was detected at the company's farm at Dixon Bay. Well, the Vancouver Island Health Authority would like you to dive into Victoria's Gorge Waterway after giving it a clean bill of health.
1, 2, 3.
And swimmers were doing just that, jumping off the dock at Banfield Park this afternoon, preparing for the Gorge Swim Festival. VIHA says it's been testing the water quality weekly as the festival approaches, and the test results show the fecal coliform levels are lower than they are in many regional lakes. Festival organizers say the water in the gorge is no longer polluted, and it wants to see the return of swimmers into this local swimming hole.
So we want to bring people down and reintroduce them to it because they have this notion that it's cold and it's dirty, and it's not. You can see it's very warm. It was polluted from the 1920s to about the 1990s, but heroic cleanup efforts have made it a clean place to swim, and we just want to reacquaint people to that.
Restoration work on the gorge began in 1994, and VIHA declared the waterway to be safe for swimmers in 2000. The annual Gorge Swim Festival takes place August 12th at Esquimalt Gorge Park, Saanich's Gorge Park, and at Banfield Park here. If you'd like more information on taking the plunge, go to gorgewaterway.ca. Thieves have struck in the Cowichan Valley, hitting a toy store in Duncan, stealing its mascot, Percival the Knight. Percival is a familiar fixture for folks in downtown Duncan. He normally stands guard outside the Red Balloon toy shop on Craig Street. Today, though, his post is empty, and his owners are appealing for his safe return.
The children love to play with him. Tourists take pictures with him. He's a very unique piece. He's about 5 feet tall and just is a commanding figure in this community. And he's a very interesting fellow once you get to know him. If he was a real person, he'd be a knight guarding the store. And how many other stores have a knight that's guarding their store?
Percival the Knight went missing sometime on Thursday, maybe during the night. If you've seen him or you know where he might be, you're asked to contact the Red Balloon store or RCMP. A Tofino man has now been charged after a woman was assaulted on the maternity ward at Nanaimo Regional General Hospital. The suspect is 30-year-old Daniel Archibald Frank, charged with 1 count of assault and breach of probation. Police say the mother of Frank's 2-day-old baby was punched in the head as she held the child in her hospital room. They believe alcohol has a contributing factor in the assault. Frank has been released from custody. He is due in court on the 21st of this month.